Right over here.
Hey guys, this is part 2 of putting the Parrot Uncle fan together. This is a fan that we were sent to test and review. Pete's putting the mounting bracket up there. Sometimes some of these fans from overseas, their mounting brackets don't always fit our boxes. So this is the moment of truth. It looks like it's going to fit though.
Oh.
You close to no cigar?
Yes.
Let's see.
I just wish you could have gotten a real junction box here because that would actually.
I mean, it's the same. It's a 4-inch hole spacing. So.
I know. Yes. Just these studs are just too close together.
Let's see here.
They need to be further apart from each other.
They're for a 3-inch box is what they are. But what if we know? Okay.
Well, that's the biggest thing we need to.
How did we do it last time? Do you remember?
No, I don't remember.
I can always cut this bigger with the I know in some cases I've used a lamp bracket.
But you're still only getting one or the other.
That's what we did there. We used one of those holes. Put it in here. Is there
You got we have to get another screw to.
yeah, some sheet metal screws.
Yep.
Here, let me see, because I got some over on the workbench. You want to take that?
Yeah, I will.
Here, I'll try these. These are self-drilling. I'll show you which ones to do.
Okay.
Do that one and that one.
Okay, I'm gonna fill it in first and.
I reckon you're forgetting the thing that goes on top of the motor.
Okay, I got
There you
one.
The what?
Nope, the coupling cover. There.
Okay. Screw that one in. Just
And that's gonna hold. Here, I'm not gonna tighten it all the way.
no, not yet. I'll do that once I get the other one in place.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh. Okay. Now I'm ready to tighten this one up. At least tight enough. It's not going anywhere for test purposes.
And then I have the receiver over here whenever you're ready for
Yep.
it.
Brackets up.
You want to put the receiver in now?
I think we have to first.
Okay.
Well, we have to wire up the mains, so AC in and AC line. Neutral. Okay.
Does it come with batteries?
Put those wire nuts. Keep losing wire nuts here.
I set them down on the over there on the tub
What tub?
right in front of you.
Oh,
When I move the ladder.
okay. One of them to with the wire.
battery compartment doesn't remove easily. There's a manual with it. Let me see if that helps.
Okay.
Motor's ready whenever you are.
All right, I'm doing the.
Yeah.
At least we'll need some more wire nuts.
What kind? The brown ones? The can?
It came with some little small ones if you want to use
There's
those.
a bunch of big ones right here if you want these guys.
Oh, we need it. Well, I already got the 2 for the main.
Here, use these that came with it then.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to figure out how to open this receiver.
Or not the receiver, but the.
Transmitter.
Yeah.
There we go. It's stuck. Yeah, it did not come with batteries, so we'll need some batteries.
Okay, here's the whole little wire nuts. So when they're ready to.
Yeah, here, I'll pass it. You want to put it pretty much ready to hang. I mean, it's in the light to put on the bottom.
Yep.
So just go ahead and hang
Okay,
it.
so not too heavy.
Yeah, it's actually a lot lighter than you think. The yellow wire's caught it.
Oh. No?
No, the ground wire looks like it's caught in the wall.
Oh.
There you go.
I'm gonna put that.
Yeah.
Now we don't need it
No,
for
no,
a test.
No,
No.
stuff it. I don't want to get cramped.
We don't need no stinking ground.
No.
Now
Okay.
let's
we gotta wire this up. Now I gotta move the ladder a little bit so I can
Pete's gonna move the ladder.
get
We're up to album 198 for fan slideshows.
Wow.
I wonder if I should do something special when we hit 200.
200.
to. I'm just gonna wire in neutral.
Now, I'll be curious to see what the capacitor values are in this receiver. We'll probably be able to tell that by putting it on the test rig.
Mm-hmm.
You say Chandru has a very early SMC hugger.
Yeah,
huh?
he says it's. I think he said it was from like 82 or 83. I can't remember.
Well, that would be.
Pretty early for one of those, I think.
That would still make them later than the.
The one you're talking about.
Yeah.
The one he has those like twin key irons. That look like an old wind-up doll, kind of.
Oh, the flat irons. Yeah.
Those kind.
I know what you're talking about. The 42-inch. Yeah, that's yeah, those are pretty cool actually.
Oh, maybe it is a 40. Yeah, so it's probably U42, but they're real early U42.
Yeah. I had one of those at the restore. I should have taken it home.
Yeah, you should have sold it to me. I want one.
Yeah, this is before I knew you. Well, I mean, I guess I knew you, but I didn't know that. Like, I didn't know you. I just
Yeah, I was a name, but
you were another one of them thousands of kids that emails me every day asking for fans.
I emailed you once 10 years ago,
Yeah.
and my dad did actually. But
Can I have a blender fan, sir?
Mr. Newman, would you please sell me a blender fan?
Oh.
Something crazy like that.
Oh, I get that from like that Ben kid.
Oh.
Stuff like that. I'm like,
Camera's rolling, guys.
Yeah.
oh.
I'm supposed to let you know. I was supposed to let him know next time we're hanging out there.
Yeah, but there's a bunch of them. Okay, so let me get that. Get a stubby screwdriver before we put this on.
Oh yeah, we're kind of like.
You wanna-
Phillips.
You guys want to test it, make sure everything's good before we.
Let's put the light on first.
Okay, let's
Yeah.
put the light on first.
Then yes.
Yeah, before we hang all the crystals for sure.
Oh yeah.
I'm a little surprised at the coloring. I don't know why I thought it was like chrome and stuff.
There we go.
Okay. That's just gonna.
There should be. Some kind of.
And there's a little cover for those screws too, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh shoot. God damn it.
Oh, we forgot the cover?
Yep.
I don't think it's worth taking down.
No, not at this point. But it's magnetic. And we forgot to put it on there before. But it's like what Fanimation does.
Yeah.
It's.
I don't know. I wonder if they're going to care since it's a fan that was sent from the company.
Now, the question now is how this mounts.
There should be screws, because they point out what screws it goes into.
Okay.
Yeah.
But we need to get those. They're not in the wire nut thing. There should be another bag of screws. Unless I got the bag of crystal things. That's not.
Let me check, maybe it's in the box. Oh yeah, right here.
Yeah, we need those.
It's gotta be in here.
And then they gave me wire nuts for the light.
Yeah. Now, it looks like they thread through like those, what do you call them, thumb screw kind of things. I think that's them.
Oh, yes.
So there's supposed to be a little bit of space so that you got space for the wires.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense.
Oh, so these.
So then, thread in from the bottom. And then I bet you these are like little spacers. And then you got the bottom nut.
Here. Before I mount this.
Yeah, I'll hold it, sure.
One. Think where these nuts go then. Or what's
See, I think these are supposed to go here, Pete.
what?
I think these are supposed to go against the top, so that way you've got some space between the light kit and that.
Okay, and then they
Because then it'll sit flush with this, but you're not smashing the wires.
right.
You know what I'm saying? And then you get the little nut. Well, we actually could read the directions.
So the studs I put in.
Oh yeah, no, you were right. I guess those do go on the bottom.
Yep, and then
Oh, okay. Glad we looked.
I think the nuts are.
Yeah, you're right. No, so the nuts and the washers have to go on first.
Yeah, those nuts.
Okay.
As you can see, the nuts go way up here.
Yeah, you're right. Okay,
So
I'm
the
surprised.
studs go in as I got them.
Can you connect those?
Yes, I was gonna have you
I'll
hold.
hold it. and-
Yes. Yeah, that's what I wanted you to do while I connect.
So
We got-
the nuts go on and then the thing?
Yes.
Yeah, then the little
Tray?
finial thing. Yeah.
Okay. First the nuts go on here, then.
Okay. I'll keep holding.
Yeah. if you want to do that. Let me see that again. One more thing I have to look up. Let me see. Look at where this page is light. Okay, so. Yep, looks like lock washers then.
I know. I just want to see how it fits.
Okay.
Yeah, put them on.
Okay, so
Yeah, it'll
it's
fit nice.
lock washers, then.
Then the nut.
Yep.
Then the light. Then the
That actually makes sense.
thumb screw thing. Yeah. Well, I thought these were like little spacers to make it so it's not
Yeah.
cramping the wires in, but I mean the nuts must be enough.
Yeah.
So you need another one of these.
Washer and a nut.
I did.
Almost dropped it.
Oh, I did drop it. But no work. I see it. Just put one on loosely.
I gotta still put nuts on.
Well, I was not gonna put it on all the way. Just enough to
Okay.
hold it so you can.
Kind of hard to.
Oh, is it hard to do?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Well, let me grab the nut. Then. Drop
Yeah,
it.
please. Another roll.
Okay, now I will just.
Yeah. There's just two more to do.
Sure.
They loop together. Shit.
Okay, just use the other one. Oh, the nuts did?
The washers, they're like
Oh,
somehow
they,
wet
like,
together.
twisted together.
I'll hold that. You can get two pliers. So I cannot do it.
That's the first. I can't say something else.
Yeah, get two pliers.
I'll just take them up one enough to. Oh, well, that works.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Okay.
That works.
Alright.
So here's one.
on.
There's two.
Okay. Alright. That one. 3.
And I think we're all going to participate hanging the things.
Sure.
Crystals. Alright, and should be one more set right here.
Yep. Just like that. I use
Alright.
Okay.
This one's a little bit.
Okay, so we gotta line those up. Okay. I'm gonna put one on.
It's a lot of lights.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess 6 bulbs in it?
Yep.
Does it give you bulbs? Hopefully. I didn't see it. Do you have any of that size?
I'm sure I do. We have to find them.
They're
But
candelabra
Yeah.
based.
That's the problem, yeah.
I'm sure I got plenty of candelabra-based bulbs. I'm not sure if I have dimmable candelabra-based bulbs.
Okay.
So we did not come in bulbs, correct?
I don't believe so. I didn't see
Okay.
it. It's not in the box.
Bulbs are either going to be in this one, yeah, they're in this one, so we got to move these little Monterey's.
Okay. All right.
Why don't we move the ladder anyways? We don't need the ladder anymore.
Nope, not at this point.
I didn't see anything. I was going to say it's at bulbs.
Okay.
Put this ladder down here. So we don't get it right now.
Yeah. Put this somewhere.
Is that like mine?
Put these in the toolbox. Yep, exactly like yours.
Exactly like the one I have.
Yeah.
Put those in the
They're
toolbox.
nice little things.
Yeah, how Rick are they?
They're more Rick than I thought, honestly. Is that like, because it's not like it's. It doesn't bother me like this isn't a Rick fan like the way I look at a lot of other showroom type stuff. I don't know. It's simple to the point. Does good air. Works well. This would be a good one to put with the 29-inch thing.
It's 4-blade. Does that bother you?
Not really.
Then let's do it.
Yeah,
Well, you just
a
need-
blade arm snap.
Oh, well. No, not really. This wouldn't be a bad option, though.
Okay.
Maybe.
Okay, so something like
Those are nightlight bulbs. I'm trying to see if I have anything brighter.
No brighter than 25.
I'll probably do in the house because that's where I keep certain ones that I'm always using in the house. But out here, I only have limited stock. No, that's not them. So, mercury vapor. Hang on to this because that might be an option. I believe those are my 24-volt bulbs. We don't need those.
24 volt.
Yep. We could use the. We only got 5 of them in there though.
that takes
6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I got 2 sets.
Okay.
Do we want to use Christmas?
Multicolored.
Or we could, or there's the white ones. The
Just
white.
the white ones.
Yeah, I would just.
Actually, why don't I go get the white incandescent ones?
Okay. Sure, why not? If you can go get
I know where those are.
Alright.
Or do we want to do Christmas colors?
I wouldn't. I don't think. I think we should do all white because that's
Yeah.
kind of how they intended it. To,
Okay.
Yeah. Oops, forgot this one. Put that one in there. Now look at how do we hang the.
Yeah.
Got all the bulbs at that
Well, if
point.
you guys want to start hanging those, while I go get the. Feel free to test it first, though.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
going to test it first.
You got a battery in there?
I did. I put batteries on.
Okay, so then we just hit the high switch.
Well, should I turn the lamp off? Yeah, we don't need the lamp. It's
No.
It's brand new.
Okay.
Should have power.
Huh?
Oh, there you
Let it, I'm just putting it on high.
go. Yeah.
Just let it run on high.
It's moving something.
Definitely is moving air.
It's not very fast. But,
No, it's not.
no, it's not. It's definitely cranking its mirror out. I
Yeah.
wonder if it's detuned a little bit so those shades don't like blow around too much.
That's very possible.
Because I would feel like it probably could go faster.
Right, and
Small
also
blades like
it's
that.
kind of got that scoop to the blades
Yeah.
too.
Oh, I mean, obviously it's doing the job, though.
It is. That's why those scoop blades there with the scoop.
So it does. So it does have speeds on it.
Yes, 3
Alright,
speeds.
Let's see what those speeds are.
Okay.
Interesting looking.
Yeah.
It's deceiving because it's not very fast, but it definitely pushes air.
Yeah.
Nice.
No question about it.
That's good to know.
I swear it almost gives antique vibes with just the light bulbs like that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Off,
not
on,
bad,
off with the
honestly.
bulb.
Is it dimmable? Hold down the other side.
Nope.
Just on and off.
Nope, I'm
These
afraid
are,
not.
these are actually incandescents.
Yep.
So no, we could have gotten away with LEDs if we wanted to, knowing that it's not dimmable.
Yeah, because I have.
I'll say I like the incandescent on something like those.
It's kind of a.
Seems appropriate.
Yeah.
Sure.
Kind of steampunk. Okay.
Let's
So
see what speed is it on right now.
it's medium.
Try the low. See what low does.
What is this? Oh, this goes in the bulb box too.
Okay, where do you put that little bag of pins?
Oh well, the
Right there.
um,
Oh, the shades.
those
are
are
all-
the shades. I don't know where the pin box. Is.
I got
He's
some.
got the pins.
Oh, okay, we got.
I
it.
got 'em.
All right.
These are heavy. My God.
Okay,
I think
so
they're actual glass, aren't they?
Yeah.
so this is low.
That's a little surprising. Here, I'm gonna hand you some.
All right.
I'm gonna hand you some. Oh, there's 2 rows of them. Honestly, you know where this might look appropriate?
What?
In a theater.
In the foyer.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be too bad. It would not look too bad in the theater. Actually.
And of course, what do we do for the second one? How are we gonna wrap these back up from the box? That's gonna be a thing. Okay. Well,
So
Okay.
where are the little hooks?
He's got them.
Okay.
I'm gonna look at. I wanna see.
man.
So
So do the angled part goes in or out?
angled part goes out,
So it goes
Which makes sense from a prismic.
Yeah, no, that
Yes.
makes sense. That's fine.
like that, like you're holding it.
Like
But the question is, how does it want us to bend these things? Does it say?
Yes. If you kind of look, see how that's
Oh, so they have us bend it like a
like a 90-degree angle,
like a staple,
like a square
almost.
staple. Yes.
And this,
So that you can just hang them and then hang it inside.
you probably bend it up. Like
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I think it looks that way.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
can we get a couple of them?
All right.
Hey Pete, you want to get one of those bins from over there? If there's an empty one.
I doubt there's empty.
Oh, there's
ones.
definitely empty ones.
I
The
don't.
question is, how buried are they?
I do not see anything.
Oh, then don't worry too much about it.
Yeah, there's. Okay.
Try not to put too many fingerprints on the glass.
Well,
Which is I'm already. You know.
so which way are you bending them?
So you bend it.
Bang them in.
So this is a little decorative part faces out, obviously. And
Okay.
you bend them in like this, like a square staple,
Yeah.
and then give me glass.
Prism. There you
And
go.
we should probably do the inside ones first, which
Yeah,
we're
I
not
was
doing.
just-
So then
I
you
was
put
just
it,
thinking.
put
Oh,
it in
yeah.
through like that,
At least we're just getting the idea.
and then bend it up. Put it in here, and then bend it back in. I wonder if there's any way to put it back in the box with all these still attached to it.
Doubt it. I just don't think that's gonna happen.
Well,
It would just get wrecked, you know. It would just.
I mean, I like it. I like the design.
It is
Right,
cool, yeah.
but
But yeah, taking it back down, I'm not looking forward to.
yeah.
The only way that's going to be done efficiently is all three of us pitching in, I think.
Yeah.
Yep.
Alexa, garage fans high.
Garage doesn't support that.
Alexa, garage fans high.
Okay.
You guys ever see the movie Pollyanna?
No, not me.
Okay. Oh, I really smudged that one up. Are we sure there's room for 3 people here? Because this is awfully.
At least two. I don't know about maybe not three.
Ah.
Sorry.
It's just.
So I think the manual is correct that it's easier if you bend them into a square staple first.
Yeah.
Okay, can you hand me one, Pete?
Yeah.
No, I got one of those. I need one of those little duties. Oh, thank you. This would be a good task for Abby.
She got a good steady hand for this kind of stuff.
Yeah, and I think she would. I don't think she'd mind it. Since she is not here.
Oh no, she hasn't been here. And,
No, not since before the pandemic.
yeah.
And I miss her, but you know, what can you do? She's a teenager now. Teenagers want to do their own thing.
Yeah, teenagers do teen things.
Well, remember in the old days they were already considered adult.
That's true.
You know, it's like they were like in older days of school, 6th grade was actually your last grade of school,
That's true.
and they didn't have high school. It's like everyone started careers and working and whatever and whatnot. Well, also, what was that whole idea? And
I mean,
unfortunately, as I kind of stated at one point, that nature and society don't always coincide.
that's very well said.
You know why? Because all other animal species, they reproduce as soon as they're able to. And unfortunately, in humans, that's not a good thing.
No.
In humans, because of the whole complicated society, which someone of that age that's just able to reproduce is not capable
it's
of
kind of a
doing.
cruel trick of nature that you're capable of reproducing as young as like 10 or 15, but your brain isn't fully developed
Right.
until you're 25.
That's what I'm talking about, you know, where, yeah, you cannot, that's what I mean by, yeah, that's what I mean all other animal species, you know, it's like, yeah, and unfortunately nature and that don't coincide with humans, so what is viewed as maturity. So that's what I was getting at, and it just unfortunately is that way.
Is it reversible? Is there a reverse switch on it?
No, there's no reverse.
Okay.
No reverse. These blades are not meant to run in reverse.
No, they wouldn't, but a lot of companies do it anyways.
Right. Well, here's like the Fanimation Beckwith, like the way they reshape the blades to that, you know, point.
Yeah.
Like a lot of old industrial fans.
Well, that's
Like-
because
And
they
they'll-
get customers that complain if a fan is not reversible, even if there's no point in reversing it.
They just like it to be able to.
Yeah, and that's
People
like,
don't
and
understand.
that's what I was getting at. Those industrial shaped blades that, you know, come to that point. They're only meant to run one way. They are not designed to run in reverse. And we even noticed that about the Fanimation Ascension.
Yeah.
They're shaped like Dayton Lasco blades. They're literally that.
I wonder, I bet you the same factory made those that made the Emerson Industrials.
But the thing is, because of the way those blades are shaped, they
Are there
will
more
not-
of these? Because
Yeah.
oh god, there's a shit. Oh my god, there's so many of them.
Yeah. Way to pick the most complicated one to install.
I don't believe I picked this light kit, although I do kind of like it.
No, it's
Whoops.
awesome, but it's just taking it on and off is not something you want to be doing too
There's
often.
No.
gotta be a way we can store it with these bits on it.
Shade here. Grab that lash.
I hope they give us some extra too.
I don't see any more glass over here.
Oh, the glass is over there. I'll
We got
grab
a
it.
bunch of them.
Here, take it. You put this up. Yeah, this is only one of four.
Only got it. And then there's
Oh, there's some.
one more piece right
Okay.
here. I'm gonna close it in on my side. He's got it. Good. Well, you got one more.
Here, I'll put this
You
one
can
on.
you do that one? Then I was gonna do that one.
Okay, we have a different method of doing this because I've been doing it. I've been bending them like this and then hooking it and then bending it.
Well, that's exactly how you're supposed to.
Oh, one of them was already bent up though.
Well,
Which makes it a little tricky.
So what I've been doing is like the manual says. I bend it like a staple.
Yeah.
I put it in.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah.
And then I bend it.
Oh, see,
Bend it
I
up.
haven't been bending the bottom.
so bend the
until it's-
bottom one up first. That way it's gripped, and you can just hang it to.
And,
There's that works.
Yeah, it just makes it easier to.
the metal method. Although I'm very glad that reading instructions is metal, because not a lot of people read instructions.
Yeah.
I always usually don't default until I have problems, and then once I can't figure something out, then I go.
Well, I just don't want to wreck anything.
Yeah, no.
I'm
something-
with Pete. I think reading instructions, even I always glance at them first.
Well, it's okay to get the idea of, you know, go over it just like an overview before
Yeah.
you read details.
I'm not saying my method is the smart method. I think reading directions is very.
Right. I mean,
Perfect.
get the idea first, just to see the whole picture. Like, look at the big picture and then
Yeah.
start going in detail. And like my high school band instructor, you know, when he gives us a new piece of music, it was like, we're just gonna plow through the whole thing at first. We're just gonna, no matter how good or how bad we do it, just go right through it.
Get through it.
Sight reading.
Yes, exactly, sight reading. Just get the idea of it. And then he would say details last. So that,
Sometimes that takes care of the hardest part, because sometimes the hardest part is starting.
yeah. The thing is, yeah, details last. That way it's like you're not stuck on something for so long. Just,
I'm wondering if we can put this in the box with these still attached. If it's not gonna be shipped.
I'm willing to try it.
Okay, well.
Maybe put some real bubble wrap around, and you know.
I feel like if it's done carefully, you might be able to get away with it.
Again, it's not like I'm gonna be shipping it anywhere. I mean, if I do it, I have to.
Alright, you don't need to send this back. Okay.
No, that's one of my conditions whenever somebody sends me something to test. Because a lot of them will offer to pay you to do the video, and I don't want money to do the video, but I also don't want to worry about sending the fan back. And it's not because I always want to keep the fan, because most of the time it's fans I would never use anyways. I just don't want to have to worry about if something happens to it, you know?
Yeah, liability of it.
Yeah, it's just a lot of times when I was working at Habitat, I used to always just give them to Habitat.
Right.
But that way, also, if we do like it or have a use for it, I don't want to have to send something back if we like it.
Yeah, it's possible.
Like that original that you got, the one.
Oh, that was like the latest of the import.
The brand new original. Like that's something we actually might
We
want
were
to do.
actually impressed with it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, I was there.
We
I was there for
Were
it.
you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because he witnessed the very metal wiring.
Pete, do you know what the thumbnail for the Rick and Morty chat actually is?
No.
That was the original one. You put it up and all the wires were crammed up there. I thought it was funny.
Oh,
That's where
yeah.
it came from. Yes, I absolutely.
Oh, because Pete likes to cut the wires.
Well, yeah, because if you have a short down rod.
Wait
how
a
am I
second. Are we supposed to do a second tier of them? No, right?
No, we already have an inner tier.
There's an inner and an outer tier.
Okay,
Yeah.
I still make sure there wasn't one like this, like we're supposed to
Oh
attach them together.
no.
No, well, I mean, then there's only one hole in each.
There's
That's
only-
what she said.
Yeah, one hole in each end of each piece here. So
We'll edit that in post.
I don't think he's ever once edited something. Maybe.
Tried to edit out the crunching.
That's a legendary
or
video.
death clock. Can you dial out the clanking? Because he's wearing a knight suit and armor. While trying to read, and he's like, "I'm trying to dial out the clanking and clattering."
So, this is kind of related, but kind of not. Was that in the studio for Death Clock, or was that not in the studio?
At the studio.
So, Michael Jackson,
Yeah.
when he was in the studio, would always wear outfits covered in like jangly things, and he'd wear a bunch of bracelets, and he'd wear a bunch of rings, and
Yeah.
And when you're in the studio, you're not supposed to do that. And then you're also supposed to stand very still, because you don't want you want to be the same distance from the mic consistently.
Yep.
And you want to, you don't want your movement to affect the recording.
Mm-hmm.
He could not record in the studio without dancing. So every track Michael Jackson has ever recorded, he'd be in the studio just dancing, wearing a bunch of jangly jewelry and a bunch of background noise, and that's in every track he's ever recorded. You know?
Huh.
And even though that's considered to be bad studio habits,
Just kind of worked for him.
well, yeah, people going down, it kind of goes down in history about how that's just the magic of some of his tracks, you know? And so I heard this from Jimmy Jam in an interview. There's a song that Janet did as a tribute to him after he passed called Broken Hearts Heal.
Okay.
And in that song, Janet normally has very good studio habits. She normally stays very still and very consistent with the mic and very quiet and everything like that. But when she was recording that song, for what she kept snapping her fingers, and then she'd always stop the recording and say, "Stop, I'm sorry, I did it." And then eventually they said, "Don't stop the recording. You know why you're doing that is because your brother used to do that." And so she was unknowingly channeling her brother when she was recording that song. So that's kind of a cool story.
Yeah, that is cool.
Oh,
But yeah, what you're talking about with Death Clock and their bad studio habits, they have that in common with Michael Jackson.
Yep.
Although, I don't know if Rick knows this, Death Clock is not a real band, they're a fictional metal band.
Cartoon.
There's a show called Metalocalypse.
I've heard of that.
And Nia actually likes it.
Okay.
Yeah, you were saying.
Yeah, she loves that show. I like it, but I don't like it nearly as much as Home Movies, which is another show by the same creator. The guy who created both of those, his name is Brendan Small. He's a killer musician. This will be a fun sped up video.
Oh yeah, you're gonna time lapse.
Absolutely.
I think
this is
so, that
definitely
is.
a time
Okay,
lapse.
well, I can't really reach around anymore, so I'm gonna let you guys do the rest of them.
Yeah.
Just give me an excuse. I wish I had some bigger bulbs to go in there because those don't really like. On the other hand, they kind of remind me of like maybe like an old time carnival or House on the Rock or something like that would have those kind of warm
A
incandescents.
little bit, yeah.
I know, right? Yes.
I can see that.
House on the Rock.
House on the Rock.
Marvelous organ.
Those organs.
Doorbells. The House on the Rock have a doorbell exhibit.
Do they or do they?
Oh,
They-
if
I
they
can't
did,
remember. They-
man.
There would be an explosion of Jonas Vortex, but no, they don't have a doorbell
Be-
exhibit. But
Becker basically had
Yeah,
a
he
doorbell
Yeah.
was all
exhibit.
crazy at Becker, which was awesome. You know,
Yeah,
I don't think I was there when he came up.
No, I
To Becker.
I sorely missed that.
no, we had to do it in the middle of the day,
Yeah.
and then we had to do it like I had to go straight to rehearsal afterwards. So that was a heck of a day with me, getting up early, going to Becker with Jonas, and then having to go to rehearsal, and then having Jonas at rehearsal.
Oh, that was a day.
And it was youth rehearsal. Like every time fan people end up at rehearsal, it always ends up being a youth rehearsal because you ended up at a youth rehearsal too.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, that was you.
And my youth people are funny.
They are. That was a good group.
Yeah, they're fun. I mean, it's mostly the same group. The only real difference is the adults, other than the kids. I mean, obviously there's kids at the youth rehearsal, but as far as the adults go, Janetti's not at the youth stuff, and I love Janetti, and Kendra is at the youth stuff, but Justin and Ebony and Eric and I are all at both of them.
Eric, of course.
Oh, Eric's cool.
Oh yeah, I know that because
Heck of a great drummer too. You've
yeah.
heard Eric play, right, Pete?
yes. Well, I came to the
Yeah.
rehearsals, so obviously I did hear
His
what
timing is rock solid.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I've
Yeah, he certainly is.
I've never heard him go off the click.
Well, that's what y'all want. That guy, yeah, knows his stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. And what I love about him is because he doesn't have a practice space. He just has the church. He doesn't have a drum set at home or anything like that.
Okay.
So he learns the music by listening to it at work all day. And then he learns it and he baps out in his head, like he plays it in his head.
Yeah.
You know, and then but when he comes to church he knows it.
Oh yeah.
And like that's hard to do, to like practice it without actually playing it. Just do it in your
I
head.
have to do that too a lot.
Yeah.
So
Because you're also a good musician.
yeah, I have to do that too at times. Just
Seems to be the sign of somebody's a good drummer.
Yeah. You have to because you can't always you can't always take a set of drums home to practice.
right.
So you have to be able to
Yeah. Now I said to you, prior to the place we live in now, we had one of those 2000s mansion homes that they were building like crazy.
Yeah.
We had one of those, and that's where my drums were.
Yeah.
Alright, I think
Got
is that all? Is that all?
almost. I got one. Is that?
Was there a place for it?
I think that's it. They might just give you one spare.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they give you.
Two spare clips too.
Couple spares maybe.
Yeah, there's a spare right here.
That's probably a good thing.
Okay. Well let's
You want to wrap it up nicely.
yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. Nope, that's the
Okay.
remote.
Okay. Well at least
Yeah.
one spare.
At least.
Alexa, it's time to film.
Okay.
Turn off.
Okay, here. Do me a favor, Pete, and put
That's what I'm trying to do.
you don't know what I was about to say, do you?
What?
Here, let me sneak past you.
Put the meter. Yeah, there we go. If you see any crystals that are badly smudged, you might want to.
I'm not gonna worry about the
Okay.
crystals. There's a million.
Pete, go towards this wall. No, with the meter.
Oh,
Towards the wall, and then back, like towards Rick. That's actually pretty good.
I think maybe come a little bit.
Yeah, it reminds me of Pollyanna, but I don't. You guys haven't seen the movie
Sorry.
Pollyanna. There's a whole room of
Too
prisms.
much glare. Ooh, whoa.
Okay, well, learned your lesson there.
Well, yeah, you got.
Okay, let's start the video over. This is what.
Third fan.
Well, I gotta take a picture. Oh well. Nope. Hey guys, third fan of the night.
Third fan tonight.
So this is a beautiful new prismic retractable blade bird fan type that was sent to us by Parrot Uncle. Are you gonna show the box? Is that what you're doing?
Yes. Yeah. I'll just
And
hold up the box.
this was sent to us to test and review. So I would say you have to go a little bit higher or a little bit closer to the. Yeah, there we go.
It's pretty generic box, but Parrot Uncle.
Yeah, interesting brand name.
Description ceiling fan.
That's accurate.
Yes.
I would say that this is actually surprisingly easy to install. the only complicated part was hanging all the crystals, but I don't think there's any way to get around that. I think
It's not complicated, just redundant. Is all I mean.
Time consuming.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's redundant, but no, hanging the fan was very easy.
Yeah,
I was very surprised.
I would say easier than most of the other retractable blade fans that we've dealt with. Although most of them aren't very hard to hang. This was actually very easy to assemble. And like I said, all we had to do was how many crystals were there? Did we even ever count them?
There's got to be 40 of them, maybe.
Yeah, that was the only part that was time consuming, but it was
maybe 40 or 50 crystals.
It's quite striking, actually. I think more so in person than shows up in the camera. Maybe with the lights off. Alexa, garage off.
Okay.
I think the thing that would make this a lot more is if it was brass somehow, rather than matte black. But otherwise,
I don't know if they had a brass one. I feel like they had a chrome, and I thought I was getting the chrome. Alexa, it's time to film.
Okay.
Alexa, garage back on.
Okay.
What are these called? Alexa, garage side lights on. I don't even know what they're called.
Okay.
Well, I guess those don't even be on, so never mind. Yeah, so it comes with a remote. It's a pretty basic remote. Rick, repeat, you want to show the remote in the camera?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, sure. So here is the remote.
And we didn't know what type of bulbs it used, and so I guess that's something I could have prepared since it's been a while.
So it says it can take up to 25 watt incandescent, and they're all candelabra base. I would assume it's probably those flame tip type or those torpedo shaped ones.
We put Christmas lights in it,
yeah,
C7s,
C7
just to be kind of cute.
Yeah.
And it looks nice. I'd be kind of curious to see what it looked like with filament bulbs in it. I imagine that would probably really reflect well on the prisms.
Well, then again, incandescents are going to give a really good spectrum on those crystals, though, because I don't know if LEDs are full spectrum necessarily like that.
That's a good point, because you really do see a lot of colors in
You
this.
do. I think the incandescent's kind of important in something like this.
So, okay, so let's do a video with the remote, and then we're going to disconnect the remote, and we're going to hook it to the test rig, and we'll do it on the test rig. All right. So, light off.
Yep, light is off.
It doesn't draw any current.
Yeah, it's at 0.
With a very small amount of current.
Tiny.
Hit watt, let's just see. Most remotes have... Nope, wow, nothing. Because the remote generally has to draw something.
It's like a little ghost current, but basically nothing.
Why is this off? Alexa, workbench on.
Okay.
I don't know why that's off. Oh, well.
Okay, well, here's low. And it's
Now, do the blades open just based on, like, spinning, or do they actually... Okay, so it's just like the old... Just like the old school ones, then.
Yep. There's no, like, electronic or mechanical.
No.
It's just how they naturally,
Okay. All right, so 0.19 amps, 14 watts, and about a little over half a power factor.
Yep.
So it's probably capacitor speeds.
Yeah. Surprised it's this much of a power factor already.
Yeah.
Here is speed 2, which is the medium.
And I'll agree that the RPMs are not real fast, but it's definitely moving
Here,
here.
can you turn it back to amps?
Oh, yeah.
Or is
I
that
did.
is amps?
That is, so it's 0.25 amps.
So not much more.
Oh, whoops. So, 23 watts and about 3/4 of a power factor.
Is that medium?
Yeah.
There's not a huge difference between medium and
Low.
Yeah.
Now
Alexa, garage fans medium.
Okay.
I think that Sears is still on high. I could be wrong. Pull the chain on that Sears. I think it's set to low on the pull chain.
Okay, well I'm gonna go to high with this one.
That's a low on the pull chain, I think.
No, I think it's high on the pull chain. Okay, so we're high on this one, 0.3. So it's very low current draw.
Yep. And it definitely, and you really don't feel it out much, but when you're underneath it, it's definitely pushing some air.
Yeah.
And it's what, a 36-inch fan?
Something like that. Yeah.
Looks like
Pretty small.
I think so.
So
do watts.
Yeah. So 0.31 amps, just on 37 watts.
you want to try it with the tachometer and just see if it'll pick up?
Sure. And a whole power factor. Sure. We can try it.
Yeah, we didn't try the other speeds. We can't. If it works on this speed, we can try the other ones.
Not a whole lot of hope, but we'll try. Yeah, it doesn't. It definitely does not.
Can't pick it up. The blades aren't solid.
Yeah, it doesn't.
They're
like that, for sure.
they're see-through.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't gotten any sort of reading whatsoever.
No.
Yeah, I don't think this is gonna work, sadly.
Oh, that's what we get for clear blades.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's kind of cool. They're reminiscent of a like a
Vintage portable.
vintage portable. Yeah.
Do spin down?
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's all we can. No, we can do 0 to high
Yeah, we can
actually.
do 0 to high.
Well, I'm gonna do spin down.
So remember what those readings are, so we can guess what the values are on the receiver. It was what 0.23 on low.
Or no, 0.2 or 0.19.
Okay, on low. What was it on medium?
0.25.
Okay.
Then 0.31 on high.
Okay. Well, high's gonna be the same, but 0.19 and 0.25.
Yep.
So then we'll be able to figure out what the capacitor values are on the receiver. So for 0 to high, do we think it's gonna have an inrush?
I think not.
I'm gonna say small inrush.
Okay, I guess I was big.
Anything. But this has
Well,
got lungs.
it has quite a spin down, I believe.
No kidding. Turn the light on while we're waiting for it
Yeah, I
to
was
spin
gonna say, I
down.
might as well enjoy the light.
Oh no.
Oh, he turned it off.
Yeah,
Well,
unfortunately.
if you turn it, if you hit the high switch, is the fan gonna power up?
I think,
Is that
I think
Yeah, it
might,
will,
I
unfortunately.
don't think. Yeah, let's leave it off.
okay? The blades actually look really cool when it's retracted.
Mm-hmm.
The thing I like the least about it is how disproportionate it is. The light portion is so huge.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, it basically just looks like the kind of chandelier you'd see in a Chinese restaurant.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then, it has blades, but the blades are still subtle even when it's running.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I can see myself hanging this in the right place.
Okay.
I like the crystals for sure.
Mm.
All right.
Okay.
Let's see if it.
See what the 0 to high does.
Yep. Oh.
Yep, it does remember.
So that's good. We turned it.
And that's small inrush, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I guessed it.
If anything, yeah.
Okay, we'll turn the light on.
Okay.
Alexa, garage off.
Okay.
Alexa, workbench off. So we're
Okay.
not really set up for a Rick test because of
It doesn't go real slow, and
well, we might be able to get it to go real slow in the test rig, but either way, I wanted to see it with no lights on it.
Yeah, I do too.
Oh, it looks. I don't know. I like the light for sure.
I do too. It just looks like a chandelier, really, with having
Yeah.
some blades on top.
Yeah, no,
I could see this in the right restaurant, honestly.
absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And airflow is pretty good for a small fan. I'd put it
It is.
in the spinner motor hunter
Yeah,
category.
it pushes downward pretty well. Like, that's where you really feel it underneath.
Now, at least with the factory remote, it's dead silent too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I've not heard a thing from it.
No, we'll see how it does on the solid state test, but the likelihood of ever using one of these on a solid state, I mean, there'd be no reason to.
Right.
But
Even
it's
standing
curious.
like directly under it, I don't hear anything.
Alexa, garage on.
Absolutely silent.
So for part 2 of the video, let's hook it up to the test rig. And I'm actually going to stop filming, and then we'll. No, you know what? Let's do the. I'll restart the filming once it's ready to be hooked to the test rig. So go ahead and
Okay.
unplug it, Pete. Who wants to go up the ladder? Who wants to do the honors?
What else?
All you have to do is,
Just bypass the receiver.
just
Okay.
take it out
That's fine.
and just wire it like you would wire any other fan.
Sure.
Just don't wire the blue one. Or actually,
Don't wire the blue one. Well, actually, you can wire the blue one, and then we'll unscrew the bulbs.
Okay.
Actually, do that.
Well, we don't need to. Then why are we even doing
'Cause,
that?
Because then we could do a true Rick test.
Oh, okay. Well,
It's interesting. Yeah, it is just like a standard spinner motor in there. That's all
Yep.
it is.
The Fanimation ones had a standard cast spinner, which I thought was pretty cool if they were still using a cast spinner in the 2000s. Alexa, workbench on.
Okay.
You're going to need a stubby screwdriver
Yeah. There, it should be in
in
the
a metal location.
Anywhere but.
Location of metalness.
Oh, actually, then this will work. Okay.
Yeah.
You just have to loosen them because.
Yeah.
These crystals are hanging on.
There.
Combination fan, light, and wind chime.
Oh yeah.
This is a very Jonas fan.
Could we put it by the drum set? For slow songs.
I don't want to break. those.
Ring. have to have metal ones on it instead of the.
Is it we're unplugged?
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
unplugged. So just I mean, you can take the receiver all the way out of there because
Yeah,
we're not
that's
going to
what-
use it.
that's what I was gonna do.
Yeah, just disconnect.
Well, I was going to do that.
We don't need that in there.
No.
Oh, it tells you what the values are, so I actually know what the values are.
Oh, well, do you want to keep it to yourself so
Yeah,
that we
why
can
don't we
figure
see-
it out?
Well, yeah, I mean, I know what they are. If you guys want me to tell you, I'll tell you. If you want to just find out.
I don't care. Either way is fine with me. I'm surprised that I didn't notice that when I was looking at it. I was probably looking for something else.
And this definitely explains why the high or the low and medium aren't very different, because the values are not very different.
Yeah, usually you can't get a great range of speeds with.
That's normal with these.
Crunch.
Man, cruncher.
Mad Cruncher has returned.
Receivers out. And then I'm just gonna do. So what's the verdict then? Do you guys want me to put the the blue on?
I do.
Sure.
Because I mean, the worst case scenario is that we have to hook up, unscrew 6 bulbs, and they're very small bulbs.
Yeah. No problem.
That ground wire in there.
Yeah.
That's got to get in there first. And then. Oh, there's a wire not sticking out.
It's just mirrors a million degrees in here.
Alexa, garage fans high. It's stuffy to me, but I'm
Okay.
always.
Try stuffing the wires up into the box there. Because otherwise. It's just...
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
We're all set.
Let's do a 0 to high and just check it, make sure we're good. Put the lamp on just to be safe.
Okay.
Okay, you want to unscrew all the bulbs?
Sure.
Well, I guess then the answer is that it works.
It does.
Okay, give me power one more time, make sure they're all okay. Cool.
Okay, well, let's start the
Test work.
video. I'm going to start the video over. Hey, guys. So we are testing this Parrot Uncle retractable blade fan, but now we're going to test it on the test rig.
Mm-hmm.
So the remote has been bypassed.
Yeah, so they give you the you can wire it like a standard fan if you want, like you still have your usual blue, black, and white wires.
Which I always appreciate.
Yeah.
The only downside to that is then you can't have remote reverse, but I don't generally use remote reverse
Yeah.
anyways. So what did it draw on high? 0.3?
0.31, yeah.
Okay, so where do we think it's going to start on the test rig? Oh, Alexa, it's time to film.
Okay.
Okay, where do we think it's going to start on the test rig?
I think it's gonna start at 2.
Alright, I'll go with 3 since I'll expect
Now, are we counting when it starts spinning or when the blades retract?
when it's
When it starts spinning, I'd
Yeah,
say,
okay.
'cause we know it's not gonna retract.
I'm going to take a shot in the dark with 1.
okay. 1,
I'm wrong.
2. Rick got it.
Alright.
So let's see. Let's give it a minute. Because now what I discovered with some of the retractable blade fans that I have is if it spins,
Yeah.
then eventually the blades will retract, but it might take hours if it's at a really slow speed for it to build up enough force for them to retract. But it will. Because I'd had the one in my living room set at the slowest speed that it would spin, and I didn't think the blades would retract, but I just let it spin, and then I came back to it.
Technically, we should be saying the blades extend. Retract means come back in.
I know, I'm dumb. That's
Well,
Oh.
I don't think we'll have any time.
No, yeah. So, but
no, we're not going to wait for hours. That's true.
No.
we'll give it a little.
We'll give it a minute, is what I said.
I'm very curious if you guys will recognize the factory speeds because I know what the values are.
I think we will, as long as the values in my test rig are not that different.
Right,
in terms
like
of
drastically.
tolerances.
Oh, they're starting to.
Yep.
Okay. And this is just at 2 still?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Not bad.
Yeah, they're coming out of there a little bit. Okay, we want to move it to 3?
Yeah.
All right. There's 3.
3.
Yeah, they're definitely extending some now.
It almost looks like that weird Hunter Industrial a little bit with the curved blade.
The Osprey?
Yeah, Osprey. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That thing. Sad excuse for an industrial.
It's one of the worst industrials.
He and Chandler's
Oh,
like,
Chandler did not like that one.
he's like, why?
Why? All right. They're not terribly far from being fully extended already.
Yeah, I like this as a low
Well,
better
here's
than the
4.
factory low.
Okay.
So I'm guessing that the factory low would have been 5 because we're not there yet.
Nope. Well, I'm gonna go to 5 then.
5 is the factory low.
Yep. Okay.
My value is a hair different, but
Might be.
I mean, theirs could be a little different too.
that's true. Yeah, we don't. I mean,
There's tolerance.
yeah, tolerance is considered acceptable.
Mm-hmm. Then here's 6.
You are looking at the factory medium.
Oh
It's
wow!
5 and
Fuck.
6.
Fuck.
Wait, no, I bet
No.
you they combine.
Oh, you think it's a 5, 6?
5. I think it's 5, 11.
5 and 11.
That would, yeah, because that value is that's
yeah,
not.
here's 7 because it's like 0.25.
Oh, I guess that makes sense. Yeah, it's at 5 and 6 on there, so I would assume that's
Maybe, yeah. A lot of times, like I told you about
Yeah,
running remotes,
that makes sense
that's
actually.
7.5 with
That's
5.
normal because why would you need a larger capacitor than would be possible? You know, they're trying to fit the smallest thing they can on the circuit board.
Right.
Yep.
So
And I told you about 4Y 8, 12, 20 because they combine the 2 lower values to make that low. That high.
have I told you today about our Lord and Savior 8, 12, 20?
Oh, I'm aware. It's a good control.
Here is 9.
You can't go wrong with that unless it goes over. You don't want it to go over.
Not over.
Here is 10. So I'm gonna do.
So yeah, so actually 11's probably gonna be it then. That look about right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
0.25.
So it's 5 and 11 are the factory
Yep.
speeds.
Well, I think it's 5 and 12 because 0.25 is what it did on medium.
Well, it's 5 plus 6 is what's on.
Okay, well then it's 11.
Just tolerance.
Maybe it's
difference.
just
Yeah.
the difference of this. Okay, but we're pretty much, I could see it at that.
Yeah,
speed.
that's about right.
Here is 13. 14. 15. 16. 17. 18, 19. It's slowly backing off on.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it's gonna just taper off.
Yeah, this is 20 already.
Yeah, I'll do 25, and
Yeah, just skip.
21, 22, 24, 25. I'm at 25, and it's still a little under. 6, 27, 28, 29, 30.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna go over.
Max out. I'm gonna hit the high just to see. Yeah, 0.31. So yeah, you're right. It does not go over.
So here's the real moment of truth. How is it gonna do on yield, solid state control? What do you guys think?
I think it's gonna be better and quiet.
What do you think, your medalist?
I'm gonna chance it with silent.
Okay, well I'll say living room quiet because I don't think it's gonna be loud. It's been too quiet up until now.
Yeah.
I'll be disappointed if it's loud. It's honestly, for what it is, it's a pretty well-made fan, and I'm pretty impressed with Parrot Uncle.
Yeah, no.
It doesn't seem to be junk.
No,
you know?
it's decent quality. I don't see anything really cheap about it.
No, I'll be honest. And sometimes some of the companies, especially the overseas companies that want to send me fans to test, sometimes they're junk. And in this case, this is actually really seems to be a nice made product.
Louder than bedroom quiet.
It's louder than silent for sure.
Yeah.
I think we're into
Living room quiet.
It's nah.
high end of bedroom. Not terrible though.
No.
No, I'd say yeah, it's right on the line between living room and bedroom.
Yeah.
Okay, well now what we can do it's not bad at all really.
Okay.
Screw
in the bulbs.
Yeah, let's screw in the bulbs and do a true Rick test. Which is a little unfair because I've been calling it a live, laugh, love fan the entire night.
Okay, this is interesting. The light bulbs aren't coming on.
That's because Pete turned it off.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that'll do it. I'm like,
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's off
Well, that
for the
wouldn't
time
be
being.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to work it up.
Yeah, good idea.
You know when you're down low.
Okay.
Okay.
Alexa, garage off.
Okay.
Alexa, workbench off.
Okay.
Alexa, garage off.
Okay.
Of course, the downside to this is that the way the light is positioned, we can't see the blades.
Right.
Yeah. Well,
So how do we rank that on a Rick test? Alexa,
turn the just the one on over the garage door on like that.
Alexa, garage door light on.
That helps a little bit.
Kind of backlights it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, how Rick is this? Is it live, laugh, love, or does it somehow climb its way out of that category?
It's like dangling on the fence post between live, laugh, love, and wood grain.
In other words, it's a little cooler than you thought it would be.
Yeah, it is. It is cooler than I thought it would be. Yes,
I would agree with that assessment.
I like the light kit. The kind of translucent brown blades helps. That's very cool.
Yeah.
And honestly, yeah, no, it's not a bad looking fan at all.
So my whole thing is that I always wanted a retractable blade fan in my house somewhere. And if I had no other retractable blade options, I didn't have any antique options like the Lavelles, any vintage options like the Eagles, or any showroom discontinued options like the Fanimations or the Hunter Fanaways. Honestly, I think I like this better than the Hunter Fanaway, to be honest. The Hunter Fanaway looks very live, laugh, love. The Fanimation versions are cool. But if I had no other option for a retractable blade fan, I think I would get this. And if I put it in a room where it fit, maybe this would be another thing for either over the dining room table or the foyer in this house. I think I'd be happy with it. I'd put the light bulbs in it that most flattered the glass, and I'd be happy with it. That said, I would never prefer this over one of my vintage or antique options. But definitely, I like it. It's also the first 3-blade one that I've ever seen, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
What do you think, Pete? Not metal.
I'm not.
And retractable blade fans aren't very metal in the first place. He doesn't tend to like retractable blade fans.
They're just not.
They're not a gold line.
No, that doesn't.
They weren't at Kohl's grocery store. So, yeah, no, I'm pleased with it.
I think performance is pretty good for what it is. I mean, it does move some air, and it looks good doing it. So
I would, if we had two of these, and especially if they were in like a silver finish, I'd consider them for the church lobby.
Yeah,
I'd love to have a place to hang this. I just don't know what it would be. But if we come up with a place where we're like, we want a retractable blade fan, but I don't want to say a throwaway retractable blade fan, but one. Yeah, I could hang this somewhere and be happy with it. It's pretty cool. Maybe one of the offices. Like, what about upstairs? I guess the light hangs pretty low.
light hangs a little low, but
Maybe we'd get rid of that plywood and see what's above it.
that's true.
That wouldn't be a bad idea because, it'd be nice to make his office all fancy.
Yeah.
Anyhow, I think that's all we have for this one. So, as always, this video has a sponsor. And while I want to have a shout out and a thank you to Parrot Uncle, they're not our official sponsor. Our official sponsor, as always, is Fanstick and also Lightstick. So please go to buyfanstick.com, lightstick.biz, and fanstick.biz to support our sponsor. As always, buy Fanstick.